Samsung Galaxy Note 8 versus OnePlus 5 speed test. That video is coming up right now. Let's go. So what is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to the Galaxy Note 8 versus the OnePlus 5 speed test. Now this one's quite exciting because they both have basically the same specifications, but one is half the price in the OnePlus 5. I think it's justified because the Note 8 gives you a lot more features, but the Note 8 has a Snapdragon 835 coupled with 6 gigs of RAM, Android 7.1.1 Nougat, and it has a TouchWiz launcher on the Samsung Experience version 8.5. So that's quite a lot to digest right there. The OnePlus 5 Oxygen OS here, 7.1.1 Nougat, Snapdragon 835, 6 gigabytes of RAM, 5.5-inch 1080p display, 2K display here for the Note 8, 6.3-inch OLED. Both are OLEDs. Let's go ahead and begin with the boot up test in 3, 2, and 1. And I try to do this as fair as possible. And you see the Note 8 logo is showing first, powered by Android on the bottom. Now, I do think the Note 8 should win this test just because Samsung has been doing something to make their phones boot up a lot faster than they used to back in the day. So I would expect the Note 8 to win this test on the boot up. Samsung logo is appearing. Now we have the OnePlus 5 animation coming out. And let's see which one gets there first. And then we're going to go ahead and test the fingerprint scanner. So the Note 8 is ahead of the OnePlus 5 right there. And you see it was a good 5 to 10 seconds. So definitely a quick boot up there for the Note 8 over the OnePlus 5. Okay, guys, so let's test out the lock screen. So there's a slight delay on the Note 8 when you actually click the power button between the clock actually appearing. So 3, 2, 1. And you see that slight delay right there. So the OnePlus 5 is actually a little bit quicker to show you information there on its lock screen when you are in 1X animations. These are both stock out of the box, the way they will come out of the box. And the OnePlus 5 is already showing it to be a little bit speedier of a phone here. Now, fingerprint scanner, I'm going to try to do this test here. If I miss one, that's because this thing is up high here. But let's go ahead and try this in 3, 2, and 1. And you see the OnePlus 5 was quicker there. 3, 2, and 1. And I missed it there on the Note 8. See, it's actually pretty inaccurate sometimes on the Note 8, especially if you're trying this one-handed. The Note 8's fingerprint scanner is very good. It's not like a crappy fingerprint scanner at all. You just have to make sure you hit it right, because if you don't, you're going to miss it a few times. So overall, I think it's a great fingerprint scanner on the Note 8. It's just an awkward location. And the OnePlus 5 is definitely more comfortable, and you're going to be more accurate with this fingerprint scanner. I mean, it's like 100% accuracy. You almost never miss on the OnePlus 5. So generally going through their OSs, the OnePlus 5 tends to have a better frame rate. So it just looks a little bit smoother when you are just navigating Oxygen OS. It's a little bit closer to stock, so it just feels a little bit smoother than the Note 8. Now, the Note 8 feels very slick and smooth as well. I just see a slight frame rate difference when it comes to navigating the UI. Now, I don't want you to get the impressions that the Note 8 is slow by no means. This phone is not slow. It's the fastest Samsung phone ever. It's just not quite as buttery smooth, I think, as stock OnePlus Oxygen OS over here. So Oxygen OS is a fantastic performance when it comes to just generally scrolling through the phones on the home screens and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and begin with their speed test now. Okay, guys, so you can see all of the applications are, closed out here. So we're going to begin this test now. And I do have the same applications on both. We do have some system apps, some games that are not too light, and then we're going to render through Lapsit. So let's go ahead and begin with calendar in 3, 2, 1. And you can see that was pretty close to even. I'm not exactly sure which one won this one. If you guys want to see the winners, slow the video down. There's a slow down feature on YouTube now. Go ahead and hit that. Let's go to clock. And you can see that one looked like it was the OnePlus 5 coming home. The OnePlus 5 seems to go home first. Let's go to messages now. And you can see the OnePlus 5 was a little bit faster with its animation over the Note 8. Let's go ahead and go into calculator. And you can see again, looks like the OnePlus 5. Let's go ahead and go into Play Store. And you can see the OnePlus 5 right there. Let's go ahead and go into settings. And looks like the OnePlus 5 on that one. Let's go ahead and go into Chrome here on both devices, 3, 2, and 1. And you can see it looks like the OnePlus 5 won that as well. Let's go ahead and go into Yahoo on both. And you can see the Note 8 wins there. So both of these phones are rockets. It looks like on the stock 1X animations, the OnePlus 5 does a little bit of a better job here. Let's go ahead and go into Instagram. And you could see, yes, it's the OnePlus 5 again. So OnePlus 5 monster performance here, especially, even on the 6 gig of RAM version. If you go with the 8 gig of RAM, it's probably even faster than this. Let's go ahead and go into Snapchat on both. And you see the Note 8 gets a win right there. Now let's go ahead and go into gaming, real boxing. And I'd be surprised if the OnePlus wins here. The Note 8's been one of the best gaming performance Android phones I have seen so far. So it looks like the OnePlus 5 is ahead here actually. So, wow, that was really close. Woo, that was a close one. I can't even call that one. You guys are going to have to call it for me in the comments, but that was pretty close. I'm going to call it a draw. Let's go ahead and go into real racing, and let's see what happens here. Both look to be pretty much on even playing ground. Nope, it looks like the Note 8 is slightly ahead here over OnePlus 5, and Note 8 takes the win. So the Note 8 might be the best gaming device on the planet right now for performance when it comes to Android at least. Let's go ahead and go into Lapse In now. And I did do a render, so let me go ahead and find that render here on both devices. And we're gonna render this out here to see which one is quicker. So let's go to View Details and let's go ahead and render both of these phones out here. And it should be rendering in just a second. Create video. And let's see which one does it first. So, whoa, that looked like the OnePlus 5. So I think the OnePlus 5 might be a little bit better in performance even on a render. Let's go ahead and open up Geekbench now. And you can see Geekbench is open. That one was pretty much even again. So let's go ahead and open up Play Store and just download an application to see which one's a little bit faster at that. Pinterest. Now, both of these are extremely fast on downloading apps. So I'm expecting this to be pretty close as well. Going to Pinterest, you can go to install here on both. And looks like the Note 8 is going to be done first. It looks like it's going to be done first. Yep, Note 8 finishes that one first. So they're kind of trading blows here. Overall, I think the OnePlus 5 might be a slightly faster phone though. So what this is really going to come down to is, speed is not a deciding factor here. Even in more heavy stuff, the OnePlus 5 might be slightly faster from time to time. We're going to have to test this again over the long haul, maybe 6 months later, to see if the Note 8 still holds this beast of a performance that it has here. And in terms of Geekbench, they're both going to be monster scores, so we're not going to do that here. It really comes down to the other factors. Do you want to pay more money here for the Note 8? Do you want the dual camera system with the live focus photo mode over this portrait mode on the OnePlus 5? I can tell you right now the dual camera setup is much better on the Note 8 over the OnePlus 5. You're going to want that heart rate sensor, or you're going to want that S Pen. You got to decide on those factors, because in terms of speed, this is a crazy good value in the OnePlus 5. Anyway, if you found this video helpful, enjoyable, do me a favor, click the like button for me. And any questions, comments, concerns, you could drop those in the comments below. Nick here helping you to master your technology. Be sure to be well. I will catch you all in the next one, and peace.